Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. I hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have some insane new Star Wars controversy. I don't usually cover this kind of stuff here on the channel because, well, it doesn't really have a lot to do with a galaxy far, far away at this point in time, at least into the regards of its near future. But despite that, that's exactly what we're going to be discussing and talking about in today's video. Of course, we're going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it, breaking it all down for you guys, everything that we know and everything that we're anticipating. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from CBR.com. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there, as well as an overall garnering source. Gina Carano is the subject of today's video, saying that they are now on record. Gina Carano says this about Disney, proving her point with a lawsuit response. So as I had mentioned, I don't usually cover this kind of stuff here on the channel. It just doesn't really have any importance or anything to do with the future of a galaxy far, far away. It doesn't have anything to do with Star Wars really at this point in time. It's kind of outside of that realm of things, I think, at this point. But despite that, this whole lawsuit situation, I honestly do find a bit interesting. This feud between Gina Carano and her former employers is getting intense with Disney. As has been previously reported, Gina Carano is suing Disney over losing her role in The Mandalorian due to social media comments, and she has more to say about the legal battle after the latest development. So taking it back a couple of months ago, I would suppose, Gina Carano had taken to issue a lawsuit, or is suing Disney over losing her role in The Mandalorian. I don't know exactly what she's suing them for, technically, but let's read a bit more. So on Thursday, it was also revealed that Disney attempted to have the court toss the lawsuit, actually. The House of Mouse had reaffirmed in the filing that the company had to cut ties with Carano, specifically because of her problematic posts on social media. It's noted that the final straw, quote-unquote, for Disney was an Instagram post comparing criticism of political conservatives to an annihilation of millions of Jewish people. This is what Gina Carano had said on her Twitter, or now known as X. That was kind of as seen as the last straw for Disney. That wasn't the one and only kind of thing that she ever said, though, however. That was technically the last straw. Disney also noted that Carano had, in quote, grossly trivialized the Holocaust. On her X, formerly known as Twitter account, Carano has also offered a response to this news, claiming that it further proves that she had been discriminated against by Disney. So I guess that she would be, suing, and this whole lawsuit has everything to do with, Gina Carano versus Disney in this lawsuit. Essentially, she's suing them for defamation and kind of like discrimination, pretty much. Now, she says on her official Twitter, Disney has confirmed what has been known all along. They will fire you if you say anything that they disagree with, even if they have a misrepresent, malign, and mischaracterized you do it. They are now on record letting everyone know who works for them know that Disney will take anything. This was a reply or a response to Deadline over on Twitter there as well, kind of like requoting their tweet, as they had reported and said this here in quote, Gina Carano grotesquely trivialized the Holocaust, Disney says, once Elon Musk backed suit on Mandalorian, firing tossed with the lawsuit there as well. So kind of just reporting on this overall subject, like kind of like how I am right now, and she kind of takes it and she just loses it pretty much. And it's sad, but it's a bit funny all at the same time. Like, she just isn't well. It just doesn't seem that she's very well, and it's really taken a spiral on her ever since being fired from The Mandalorian, and kind of wanting to get that quote-unquote justice. I don't think that there's any justice to really be served at that. Now, I also want to mention briefly, I don't know why, how, or any of that. She has me blocked on Twitter, on X. You can follow us, it's linked in the description down below, but I've never at her, I don't even think I followed her. I looked up her account one day and it said this user has blocked you, and I found that absolutely hysterical. I had asked around about it. Apparently she blocks a lot of people, like a lot of Star Wars accounts, and well, yeah, I think that in itself kind of says and would mean that she doesn't want anything to do with Disney or Star Wars even at that. So why are we fighting so hard to get back in a way, or to get that quote-unquote justice served? Disney has confirmed what has been known all along. They will fire you if you say anything that they disagree with, even if they have to misrepresent, malign, and mischaracterized you to do it, Carano had stated in that quote. They are now on record letting everyone know who works for them know that Disney will take any chance they get to control what you say, what you think, or they will attempt to destroy your career. Glad we cleared that up, she says, ending that quote right there. Now, this also reminds me, as I had mentioned, it seems that she's taken a jump off the deep end. Like, she's really spiraled, and it feels like that's kind of been the case. That's been the scenario ever since that she's left the Mandalorian, has left Disney there as well. Thinking back to the last time that I had covered anything into the regards of Gina Carano a couple months ago, it was kind of the same thing. Like, she went on a total tangent over on her socials, over on Twitter, or X there, of course, and just kind of like saying a bunch of humble jumble garbage, like stuff that just didn't make sense. And I think this almost kind of aligns with that. Like, this just doesn't make sense. I'm not necessarily getting it completely. Now, she also goes on to add that the First Amendment does not allow Disney to wantonly discriminate, which is what they have done in my case, and frankly have now admitted that they did so. If you ever wanted to know what today's Disney's values are, they just told you. Ending that quote right there. It's even more so just kind of adding on to what I just said there. Just stuff that doesn't make sense. I'm trying to... What? Yeah, I don't have anyone on that one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything. I don't have anything on that one, guys. I think this is part of the reason why I just don't cover or talk about Gina Carano, because it just doesn't make sense necessarily. I'm just kind of confused. I think that the moral of the story, the main takeaway I want you guys to get from today's overall update and video here, is that Gina Carano doesn't regret the social media posts, and she's a bit of a loony and a bit crazy. Undeniably, Carano's career has suffered a major setback over the controversy that has gotten her fired. Even so, she also stands by the posts that she's made online years ago now at this point, which have also covered up other hot button issues like vaccines, lockdowns, and wearing masks during the pandemic. Oh no. She said in a recent interview that a close friend had passed away shortly after getting vaccinated, and that she wholeheartedly believes it was the vaccine that had killed him. If you're stuck in this headspace in 2024, I don't know what to tell you. Because of this, she has no regret over getting vocal about these kinds of issues, now doubling down by saying that she wishes that she had spoken out about even more so about it. Specifically, Carano is asking for at least $7,500,000 in damages over her termination. The suit is also asking for Disney and Lucasfilm to quote-unquote recast her in the role of Cara Dune in the Star Wars franchise. Now, that is one that I'm not entirely against. Having a recast of Cara Dune wouldn't be horrible, but it would be a bit tricky and difficult to pull off. It's been a discussion that we've heard about before, guys. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Should they recast Gina Carano's Cara Dune character in the Star Wars franchise? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been an official Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.